Yo, what's good? How everybody feeling out there today? Today's topic is on some of the causes that makes long-term relationship go sour. After talking to a few people, few male friends, few female friends, as well as listening to some relationship books, listening to some relationship therapists on YouTube or whatever medium that you could think of, I've come to realize that most of them say the same thing. Most relationships, people get complacent. They don't do the same things they was doing in the beginning because they feel like you should know I love you. But everybody wants to feel wanted. I tell my wife, I'm a lion that's been domesticated. She domesticated me. I ain't out there in the wild no more. But I'm still a lion. I still like to go. I still got the hunt in me. And I still want to chase her. I don't want to feel like it's a given. That's why I try to keep my body up, keep my appearance up. The cosmetics of yourself. I try to keep all that up. And I ask her to do the same thing because I like chasing her. I like seeing her in certain things to show off her assets. Now, what I like and what somebody else like is totally different. And this isn't a generalization of all men or all women. This is some. I'm talking about some women, some men. They like those type of things. It to me is when you feel like you have a person and then you stop doing the things that you got them. But then say if you go a year of a down period, you're not doing some things that you was doing. Then you got comfortable. And if their first response is, well, if you don't like it, you can go get somebody else. To me, that's an automatic negative thought that you shouldn't even have. Because if he's asking you or if she's asking you, it's because she wants to do it, he or she wants to do it with you. And especially if y'all was doing it from the start. It's hard to start doing something that get them hooked and then you stop doing it again. You stop doing it, but then if they want to rekindle those things, you are standoffish about it. And well, if you don't like it, you can go get somebody else. Well, then if he go cheat on you, then you ain't gonna like, or he or she go cheat on you, then you got something to say, but you got to pay attention to what your partner is asking for. It's certain things that I love to do for my wife, to show her how much I appreciate her, how much I still thirst for her. I'm still lusting after my wife, even though I'm in love with her. I still lust after her. Just like we was the same two that got together about 19 years ago. I'm still the same way. She touched my leg, my jackrabbit jump up. I still feel that for her. And I tell her I never want to lose that because I know if I lose that, then I'm out here, I'm back in the streets. I'm chasing. I'm that lion. I'm that lion back out here on the prowl. Crunched down in the bushes. But it's those things that I think most people in relationships take for granted. Like I like taking my wife out to special places, but I don't tell her. Like I have a whole romantic day or weekend set up. All I tell her is, make sure you off this weekend. And then we go do something. Probably about 5 years ago, before my last son was born, Max, me and my wife made it our business to have one weekend out of every month or every 2 months for us to go out, just us. I ain't talking about going out to no restaurant, the normal things. I'm talking about going out of town, enjoying each other's company. No friends, just us two. Going out, making memories. Because if you're doing the same, like going out to a regular restaurant, that's something you ain't even going to think about. You want, as you get older, you're not going to be, you remember this time? Y'all go out and eat all the time. Well, remember this time you took me out of town? You told me to do such and such. I came back to the room. You had it lit up with candles. You had the chocolate. Those are the type of things that I know my wife is going to remember. And those are the type of things that I tell my homeboys that they need to get into. Like, most of the stuff that I'm learning, I wasn't aware of it. I was somebody who probably was, not probably. I was all about me getting off, not thinking about her satisfaction to the degree that I think of it now. Like, I'd rather for her to get off now than me to get off, because my goal is to please her. And I know if I do that to her, she's going to do the same thing for me. I got a thing that I started. It's called 30 Days of Pleasure. For 30 days straight. Now, I know there's a period in between there. But on the period days, you don't do shit. But when it ain't on, it's twice a day. I'm talking about oral sex. It's twice a day. Because her body is my canvas. I'm able to paint it how I want to paint it. But in the likeness of that she likes, to make her feel like she's always at the top of my list. I always want her to feel like I'm still head over heels for her. And I think most of the people I talk to and the things I didn't listen to, that's the part of the relationship where it gets dull, because people just stop doing what they was doing, and now it seems like sex is more of a chore, or is more of something that you gotta beg for, when that should be a part of a normal routine. Not only is it healthy, it also relieves stress, and you should wanna fulfill your partner's desires, fantasies. I pay attention to little things my wife say. Like, we could be out somewhere, she'd be like, "Oh, I like these flowers." Then out of the blue, I'm gonna buy them flowers. Or she might say, "Well, I wouldn't mind going here and we could do this or we could do that." Well, guess what? I'm online searching it, trying to make that happen for her. And I like doing stuff. Some things we can do with couples, but a lot of things I like doing just me and her. No phone, no nothing, because I want her to know that my attention is on her. It's already gonna have her smiling anyway for me to do something secretive like that without letting her know. And she's nosy. She be trying to find out what's going on, but I guess I say I'm slick with it. But I think that's what most men and women, if you're in a long-term relationship, me and my wife been together 19 years. It's like going to the same restaurant, ordering the same menu. Order the same thing off the menu. Sooner or later, you're going to get tired of it. But maybe you can add a few spices that's different from the regular, to where it seems like it's something new, but it's actually the same meal, if you got what I'm trying to say. Try to throw a metaphor in there, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, take time to get that flame back going. Have those conversations about things that you normally don't talk about. Sex shouldn't be nothing that's hidden, to me, in my eye. Like, sex is something everybody should, especially if you with your partner for a while, y'all should be talking about that often. I ain't gonna say often, but you should know what they like and what they don't like. How far are you willing to go? Maybe you do this, maybe you do that, or won't do that. But if you never have those conversations, it's basically like you're having sex in the dark. Turn the lights on. Let's see it. And I hope this message can help out any marriage, any long-term relationship out there, because it's damn sure helped mine. And as I always say, remember, tomorrow starts a new day.